Hi and welcome to Talking Sense. We're continuing our series on marriage and money. Last week we talked about before the marriage, some of the ideas that you can begin to discuss. In case you didn't catch that video, there's going to be a link somewhere here on the screen that you can click on so that you're up to date with what we're discussing. But today I want to speak about starting right. So now you're married, you've come back from the honeymoon, now it's about getting into life. One of the first things that you need to do as a married couple, in our opinion, is set goals. Don't just think, we would like to live in that house, we would like to be rich, we would like to be in this kind of space. No. Actually say, which house? When would you like to do that? Where would you like your kids to go? Set the goals, because the goals will then inform the actions that you'll take after that. The goals might be lofty, they might be distant, they might seem like impossible, but having set them, you begin to change your actions towards those goals. So number one is set goals. Number two, set the rules of engagement. I think it is so important that you have a safe, orderly space to discuss money. That means setting up a meeting, whether it's monthly, weekly, whatever works for you, every quarter, because you don't have to have a discussion every day necessarily about money, but if it works for you, why not? But set the rules for engagement. Make sure that it becomes clear how you can discuss about it, what were the parameters that you're willing to discuss, what is the language that you can use, and then how do you begin to address those issues once you're in that meeting. If you can set the rules of engagement, it will help you to have orderly meetings. And imagine you have to have meetings when you're married. You have to. Otherwise, how are you going to come to an agreement? So set the rules for engagement. Number three, open lines for communication. What does that mean? I think in as much as we can set rules and have all these things in place, if you're unable to communicate effectively what is on your heart and in your mind, then you're going to find yourself struggling as far as money is concerned, because it is a joint effort. Even if you don't have joint accounts, one action by one partner affects the action of the other partner, no matter what, because you are in a union. Therefore, open lines for communication. Have a safe space where you can be able to say, this is bothering me, or this is encouraging me, this is an opportunity I see. In those meetings, it must be safe. If you don't have open lines of communication, it's going to be difficult. And make sure you keep them open. Because one of the other things we've seen in our classes with dealing with older couples is that over time, you just stop talking. You get used to a rhythm, you get into a flow, and things just happen. They just happen. And then you find that because you've not been discussing for a period, if the things that are happening are not good things as far as in your opinion, a lot of conflict comes up. So keep those lines of communication open. Next week, we want to have a discussion about how we can be able to adjust in the process of marriage. So if you're married, or you know some people who've been married for a while, the next video is going to be for them. Make sure you subscribe and do comment down below. Let's have an open discussion about this, and please keep it as positive as you can. See you next week.